Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all of you. I'm your science teacher from Ismailia Youth Services and this is your third science class. Okay, beta. And today we are going to study unit number 4, life cycles, page number 16. So open your book, okay? Open your book, unit number 4, page number 16. Life cycles. Okay, done? Okay, beta. So today we are going to study the life cycle of a frog. Okay. Do you keep pets like dog and cat at your home? Do they have babies? Do they look like their parents? Like puppy, you can see here, like a puppy look like a dog. And these beautiful cute kittens look like a cat. And this chick also look like a hen. Okay, so what does that mean? It means all animals have a life cycle. A cycle, okay, beta, a cycle is something that happens over and over again. Like when a hen lays egg and the egg hatches and a chick. You can see here a chick comes out of the egg. Then this chick grows and become a hen. And the hen again lays egg. So this is called a life cycle. So a cycle means something that happens over and over again. Okay? A cycle is something that happens over and over again. It means animals make copies of themselves by having young ones. Okay, animals, you can see here in this picture, animals have copies of themselves by having young ones. Young ones means babies because they have babies. Okay, all animals have a life cycle including human beings. Okay, we also have a life cycle, like you have your grandparents, then you have your parents, then it's you. So that means all animals have a life cycle. Got it? So it means life cycle of animal is all the stages in its life. You can see here all the stages. Egg, then chick comes out, then it becomes hen, then again hen lays egg. So that means these all stages are called as life cycle. Okay, beta? Got it? Okay, now tell me, do you want to hear a story of Mrs. Frog? Yes. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story. It's a very interesting story of Mrs. Frog. Okay, listen carefully. Once upon a time, there is a Mrs. Frog. She lived near the pond and sometimes she lived in the water and swam, and sometimes she lived on the land. Okay, but one day she went into the water. Okay, she went into the water and laid many tiny eggs. Okay, you know these eggs are called spawn. These eggs, frogs eggs, are called spawn. S-P-A-W-N, spawn. Okay, so these many tiny eggs are called as spawn. But most of the eggs get destroyed due to the rain and sometimes due to the wind. Okay, what is wind? A very strong air is called wind. Okay, most of the eggs get destroyed and only few eggs left. You can see here only a few eggs left. Okay, but after some time, a tadpole. You can see here in the egg beta, this is a gray structure. This is called a baby frog. Tadpole. Tadpole. A tadpole. Okay, the tadpole grows inside the egg. Okay, the tadpole grows inside the egg. Okay, then look here. Then a baby frog, tadpole, was growing inside the eggs. After some time, the tadpole was strong enough to come out of the egg. You can see here, the tadpole was come out of the egg, but it had no limbs. Limbs means, Vika, like we have arms, we have legs. Okay, these are called limbs. Our arms and our legs are called limbs. So this tadpole had no limbs and no jaw. No jaw for eating. Jaw is for eating. So it had no limbs and no jaw, but it had a long tail. You can see here a long tail. It is quite long. Yes, when the some time passed, the back limbs, okay, hind limbs, the back legs, okay, hind limbs are also called as back legs. Okay, hind limbs are also called as what? Back legs. Very good. So the back legs had started to grow. Wow, it was amazing. Okay, so what was the next thing? Yes, the next thing grew were the front legs. Now it had, you can see here, now it had all four limbs. Back limbs, the back legs and the front limbs. Okay, now it had all four limbs. But did you notice one thing? Yes, the tail. The tail become smaller, then eventually become disappeared. Okay, why? Why the tail disappeared in the adult frog? Yes, because it had now grown up. Okay, it had now grown up. Grown up means this is an adult frog. Adult frog means this is a mama frog. Now it can also release eggs, so this same life cycle can continue. Okay, so the cycle means something that happens over and over again. Okay, got it? Okay, beta, look here. The frog eggs are called spawn. This is a baby frog, a tadpole. This is a baby frog, a tadpole with no limbs, but it had a long tail. You can see here, but it had a long tail. But after some time, when the back legs grows, okay, look here, the back leg grows, okay, and the next thing, the front legs grows. That means this is a tadpole with four legs. Okay, but you can see here the tail becomes eventually smaller, then disappeared. Okay, now Mrs. Frog has many kids. The story ends here. Okay, do you like it? Okay, beta, let's watch this video. Okay, now the frog lives near the pond. Okay, they live on the land but go into water often. Frogs have babies by laying eggs in the water. Okay, and what do you observe in this video? Yes, the tadpole grows inside the egg. Then what happened next? Yes, the tadpole comes out of the egg and it begins to swim in the water. And after that, the back legs grows. You can see here the back leg grows first. Then the tadpole's front legs and jaw grows. Okay, and the tail disappears. Okay, now the tadpole becomes a frog. Then the frog comes out of the water and hopped on the land. Okay, so now I will give a quick review on the life cycle again. Okay, so look here. When an adult frog, I mean a mama frog, lays eggs in the water. Okay, but most of the eggs get destroyed, only a few left. Okay, so the tadpole, a baby frog, grows inside the egg. Okay, then the tadpole comes out of the egg. Okay, then the hind limbs grow first. Okay, the hind limbs means back legs grows first. Okay, and then the front leg grows, front arms, okay, grows, and it has now all four limbs, and the tail becomes smaller, and eventually disappeared. Okay, now it is an adult frog. Okay, beta. So the life cycle means something that happens over and over again. Life cycle is all the stages of an animal, okay? Like you have your grandparents, dada, dadi, nana, nani, then you have your parents, then it's you. That means with the time, all living things become old and die, but they can make copies of themselves by having babies. Okay, got it? Are you getting my point? Beta, one one very important point. The tadpole, this tadpole is like a fish here. Okay, and it breathes through the gills like a fish. The tadpole breathes through the gills like a fish. But when it becomes an adult frog, it breathes through the lungs. Okay, like us. We are breathing. You are and I am also breathing with our lungs right now. Okay, so that means the tadpole has gills for breathing and an adult frog has lungs for breathing. Got it? Are you getting my point? Yes. Okay, what does breathing means? Beta, breathing means like you and we also we all are inhaling, I mean taking in the air, oxygen. I have already told you in the previous chapter about the oxygen gas. Okay, so we are inhaling the oxygen, so we are breathing. It helps us to stay alive. So breathing is very important for all the animals, okay, to stay them alive. Got it? Okay. Do you know what would happen if we and animals don't have a life cycle? Yes? Yes. All animals would disappear and finished from this world one day, like the dinosaurs. You can only watch them in the cartoon or movies because they are no more on this earth. Why? Because they destroyed and could not able to continue their life cycle. Okay, so now you know the importance of a life cycle. Yes. So with a conclusion of the lesson, conclusion means sum up, or you can say the main points of this lesson is all animals have a life cycle. Okay, we all have a life cycle. All living things become old and die, but they can make copies of themselves by having young ones. Young ones means babies. Okay, like animals have babies. Okay, frog live near the ponds. Okay, frogs live near the ponds, and sometimes they live in the water, and sometimes they live on the land. Okay, got it? Frogs have babies by laying eggs in the water. Okay, got it? So, beta, this is your home task. What will you do? You will make a title page of unit number 4, life cycles. Okay, then you will do this homework in your fair copy of science subject. Okay, so fill in the blanks. Okay, number 1, frogs lay eggs in dash. Where? On the land, in the water, where? Yes, in the water. Frogs lay eggs in the water. Number 2, frog eggs first develop means grow. Okay, frogs eggs first develop into, I'm giving you a hint, a baby frog. Yes, a tadpole. So the frog's eggs first develop into a tadpole. Number 3, a frog lives in dash and dash. You must know that. Yes, in water and on the land. Okay, frog lives in water and on the land. It has dash limbs. It has 4 limbs. Okay, got it? It has 4 limbs. It eats dash. It is a little bit difficult for you, but think about it. Frog eats flies. Very good. Flies and bugs also. Okay, frog eats flies. Flies are the very tasty food for the frog. Okay, now number 6. Frog breathes through dash. Yes, frog breathes through the lungs like us. Okay, but a tadpole breathes through the gills. Okay, got that point also. Now, complete the worksheet. Okay, beta? Take a screenshot of this one. Now, next, beta, what will you do? This is the life cycle of a frog. Label the life cycle of a frog by using the word bank. Where is the word bank? This is the word bank. You have to choose the words from here and put that words in these columns. Okay, you have to put these words from the word bank in these columns. Okay, beta? If you have the facility to take a print out, then take a print out of this one. Okay, and solve this and paste it in your copy. But if you don't have the availability or facility for printing, then what will you do? You will draw this in your copy, okay, by the help of your elders, maybe your mama, your baba, okay. Then you will solve this, okay. So these are called as, you will write eggs, these eggs here, okay, and this is a, yes, a tadpole, and this is a tadpole with limbs, and this is, okay beta, when a tadpole grows and it has all 4 limbs, it is called a froglet. Okay, it is called as froglet when it has all 4 limbs. Now the final stage, adult frog means a mama frog. Okay, so beta, let's enjoy the song and try to learn it. Okay, the all stages of life cycle of frog has been defined very nicely in this video. So try to learn it and enjoy it.
Froggy, froggy in the stream, froggy, froggy in the tree. The life cycle just goes on and on. Now listen up to my froggy song. The froggy life cycle goes like this. 4 unique stages of metamorphosis. Stage 1 is a bunch of eggs in a pond. When they stick all together, they call it egg spawn.
Okay, beta. All the stages, all the changes of the life cycle is called as metamorphosis. Okay, all the changes are called as metamorphosis.
Stage 2 is the tadpole hatched from the egg, but you gotta look closely cause he's got no legs. At first this guy is more like a fish, breathing with gills, just watch him swim. Stage 3 is the tadpole with some legs. Then we go to stage 4 where he's a full-fledged adult frog. Check out his web feet, this helps him to swim when he's in the stream. Check out his legs, he's a really good leaper. When it comes to bugs, he's a really good eater. He does not breathe like he did when he was young. Instead, he breathes with a pair of lungs. Froggy, froggy in the stream, froggy, froggy in the tree. The life cycle just goes on and on. Now listen up to my froggy song. The answer everybody wants to know. What is the difference between frogs and toads? Both of them live a double life, sometime on land, but they also might spend time in the water. Just watch them jump in. This double life makes them amphibians. Land is where toads would rather be, but if you're a frog, you prefer the creek. Hey, there's other differences that I spy. Frogs are slimy, toads are dry. A few more facts about these guys. Some use a color as a disguise. That's camouflage. The sound they make you really can't miss. Froggy, froggy in the stream, froggy, froggy in the tree. The life cycle just goes on and on. Now listen up to my froggy song.
Okay, beta. So today we have learned about the life cycle of a frog, and inshallah we will continue the same chapter tomorrow, the life cycles. Okay, and we will start the life cycle of a butterfly and fish. So read this chapter carefully and take the pictures of the slides as well. When you read the book, open your slides as well. Okay, beta. So take care. God bless you all. Allah Hafiz.